Hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today is Global Lab Patch Notes Day, and this comes out every Friday, and usually when Global Lab Patch Notes hit, it comes to the live servers within a week or so. So it's generally a good idea to take a look at all these notes and everything just to see what might happen in the future, maybe stock up on a few things. So I kind of skimmed the notes before all of this, but I didn't read it in detail. That's what we're going to be doing today. And I heard it's actually, some pretty decent stuff, quality of life and, just overall good. So, yeah, let's look at what's happening. War of the Roses. For all of you who don't know what War of the Roses is, it's like the Kama Sylvia versus Odalita, 300 versus 300 guild war, essentially. And I liked it the two times I've done it, but it always happens on like a Sunday, and I can't make that time on the regular, so it's like, dang, that sucks. And it's like twice a month, so it's like, okay, well, anyway, the Rose War Lords Guild has been improved so that the scroll does not move to the initial position wherever there is a change in number of people, and fixed an issue where titles based on the number of kills would not appear when reconnecting to the game. So basically, this one is not even a War of the Roses gameplay issue. And this one is... I'm not... Okay. I don't know too much about that, but this seems like it's a gameplay fix. The second one does not. All right, the Solare window. So as we all know, Arena of Solare, the current season is going on right now. And when winning... and whatever ranking you're at, the reward item has been changed. So basically the buffing, I think buffing rewards. So right now you receive 30 Solare tokens. When you win, you get, are these 10 mil bars? So that's like 60 mil and same thing, but you just get more silver. Cool. All right, so the issue where the party ping and the party chat were not possible when reconnecting, dude, that has been a bug since like the first season of Arena of Solare, and I don't think it's ever been fixed. So if this is actually getting fixed, that's a huge thing. There's a lot of issues with AOS that a lot of people are talking about, and trust me, I know them too. I've been on both sides of them. Disconnecting, party chat doesn't work. It is what it is. I just hope all of this actually gets fixed. Fixed a bug where if a character dies while searching for a match, the match will be rejected. Okay, so let's talk about this. So as we all know, the exploit for this season, at least, is basically people are matching with, like their friends, and AOS is supposed to be a solo queue. But I believe there's like some sort of weird thing happening where if like you die in a certain place and like you don't go in or something, you'll be partied with the same person over and over. So it's basically like duo queuing in a solo queue. So yeah, I've heard about a lot of weird things happening with this one, and it's a very high priority fix that, it was not common, but you hear a lot about it. Okay, some of the trade routes available for material bartering has been changed. Wrecked ancient relic transport ship. I think that's in Margoria. Required items 1 tier 5 trade good. Items acquired 1 coral stone to 2. Buffed. Okay, so this is the big thing that I kind of skimmed. So Origin of Dark Hunger, essence of whatever it's called, the things that you get from Ulakita areas, where as essentially guaranteed fail stacks. The buffing the amount of fail stacks it gives. So essentially, I think I read somewhere that you only need like 22 of them from like a 100 to a 300 stack, which I think is a good thing. This thing needs to be buffed, but right now, at least here on the NA server, they're sitting at minimum price. Both the Origin of Dark Hunger and like the essence of whatever we're talking about. Hold on, let me actually just let me see. I have them Essence of Devouring. Yeah, this thingy. Yeah, they are hard to minimummed. And even the combined one is minimummed as well. So, yeah, that's... I don't know. Like, it's a good thing, but at the same time, there's so many listed on the market that they're making it easier, and they're going to be listed on the market even further. So I've always done a little bit of math when enhancing, and this is more on the higher end scale of things. There are general soft caps of like stacks that you would use for various things. But as we all know, when you're going for like Charizard, Sovereign, and high pre-owned life skill accessories, it gets a little bit different, and people generally overstack on all these things because it's just very expensive. So this change is essentially making it easier and less expensive to make a 300 stack. That's a good thing. However, this does not really fix the market. I think the intention was that, oh, it's easier to make a big stack, and now people are going to be enhancing more. In theory, that makes sense, but like at the end of the day, these are more for people who enhance for profit. And as we all know, over the past like 2 years, profit margins for enhancing have been, not as great as it was before. I know a lot of, content creators who are exclusively enhancing, like, Biohack, for example. He was like the richest person in the game. I don't even think he plays the game anymore, just because like his only like few things he did that he enjoyed, yeah, it doesn't work as well anymore. So anyway, yeah, I knew a few people that actually, just this is weird. So I think overall it's a good thing, but we'll see how the market plays out when it comes to the thing. The origin of subtle dark predation, I think that's a different name. It's like basically the budget version, and it gives like half value of these things. So you know how you need 4 of the essences and combine it with that, and then this gives you like the full one. These are the ones that you could get in, I believe, Landed a Morning Light grind spots like Hong Lim and Dokkaebi. So basically these, you don't need 4 of them to combine. You just use them, but they give like half, the power of whatever it does. So, even then, like, I guess it depends on the price. If these are like minimum and like the origins and everything are still minimum, I believe they come out to the exact same value. So ultimately, whichever one is the cheaper price. So I believe they're the same, but they just give like half value, but the prices also reflect that as well. So in here, you used to need a total number 43. Now you need 22. So what does that mean for the market? From a 100 stack to a 300 stack, you use 22 of them. And assuming they are 1 bill each at very minimum, that's 22 billion to make a 300 stack. That limits the amount of accessories you can enhance. And the accessories that I think are notable are the ones that turn into Essence of Dawn, and that you can melt for a lot of them, not just like the normal ones, but like, the ones that give like 500 plus are probably worth it. So we talked about that in another video. So if you care and you want to start enhancing for profit, you could do that. Do I think it's a good idea? I don't know. We'll see. All right, so there's apparently a new grind spot that is limited. So Golden Pig Cave hunting ground. So basically, Landed a Morning Light to when you go in, you spawn at middle well and then go east, and then that's when you get it. So essentially, what I assume and what I understand of it is it's like a grind spot, but it's kind of like a field boss, as in it only happens at a certain time of the day. And so that's stupid, but anyway, we'll see how it works out. This isn't your typical Monster Zone, Golden Pig Cave. You fight hordes of enemies, face the final boss. Not only will you find loot, and you get rare treasures. All right, let's look at it. What does this quote-unquote rare treasures mean? Bro, it doesn't even tell you. Holy. Okay, hold on, wait. Let's recommended AP and DP 1150. 1150 is probably like 340 AP plus full buffs, like actually full buffs, perfume or deep sea and everything. All DR is, you know, literally Tet Fallen God and maxed out everything and full buffed. So basically, this is a very high end game spot. Agris not applied. Battle small monsters, whatever that means. The Golden Pig Mine normally closed. Okay, so I think it's good that they're adding more grind spots to Morning Light, because right now, it outside of doing it on the story, it's kind of a dead area. Like, it's really pretty. The music is great. The story was fine, but just like no reason to be there after you finished it. So entry, basically you just go there and then you talk to someone. It's kind of like the Marnie realm. It's like, is it instanced? I'm not sure, but I think it's like private or something, but only like 30 minutes of the day or whatever. Anyway, we'll see how this plays out. When it comes to live servers, we'll definitely test it. I'll make a video and we'll see what's happening. So, what kind of loot can you get? Origin of Dark Hunger. That doesn't really help the market, but I think it's a good thing. Original Dawn Crystal. I assume this means Essence of Dawn. Everyone needs those. I hope to be done with that at some point. Capra Stone's always good. Ancient Spirit Powder. More Capra Stones. And Broken Gold and Silver Treasure. 59k. That's a really oddly specific number. Like, why can't you just make it 60,000 or 59,000? Weird, but apparently there's probably some internal number testing. And even at that point, just make it 60,000. Good lord. All right. You get seals for successfully defeating enemies. You can also obtain gold and silver, whatever. When the owner of the silver and gold treasure thing is born, the pig cave will be closed. $100 Essence of Dawn. Ooh, that's 10 billion. A Tet yellow grade accessory box. Heck yeah, you guys can get your Tet Sissel necklaces that are, you know, 2019. Remember that time? Yeah, me too. Either way, like, I think this is a unique thing. I don't know if it'll be good, but if people can get more Essence of Dawns and stuff, that's always good, because the market's not great right now for that. So when it comes out, we'll definitely be trying it. We'll make a video so you guys can watch it and see what it's all about. Crescent Temple, Dehkia Lantern 1. Okay, so I heard there was a bug right now with the little like statue thingy and the like red mist that was, you know, apparently, you know, not super obvious. So the Argos Obsidian, the statue that stays in place and buffs the crescents, the range has been reduced. The range at which other Crescent Temple monsters stunned has been reduced. I think they made a change the other week where it was like, these are supposed to be easier to kill now, so like the range that they get CC'd is smaller. And people might look at that and be like, oh, that's bad. But I actually think that's good, because if you're trying to group everything up and just big AoE all of them, if like one or two of them are just out in the middle of nowhere, but everything else is grouped up, you want everything to like still be moving while you're grinding. That's how you get more trash loot an hour just across the board. So like if it bursts in a smaller area, then everything close is good. So I think this is a good thing, assuming it is how I understand it. So we don't want like the enemies farther in the back to just stay stunned because you have to go to them. You want things to go to you, essentially. And so, yeah, fix the issue where no message was displayed when the Obsidian first appeared. Yeah, that's actually a big issue because there's a lot happening on screen. You can watch my older videos of me doing Dehkia Crescents. And yeah, it's just like this spot has been wonky ever since. It's like, it's not bad, but it's just, how do they break things like that? All right, Black Temple, Black Shrine, Donghae Island. The issue where attack patterns in Sangoon, is this Sangashi? And this one, where it was applied intermittently and unnaturally, has been fixed. I'm gonna be honest, the only one I really understood was Sangoon. And then this one, if I had to like think of words, this is probably Sangashi. But I always thought that was intentional because, you know, bosses have attack patterns. The entire purpose of a boss is to learn those attack patterns. And I don't know, apparently something weird was going on, so I guess we'll figure it out. All right, background NPCs and cutscenes. What in the world? Work has been done to improve the quality of some background surface textures. Okay, so Pearl Abyss, if you're watching this video, do you want to know the best place to fix house textures? It's Calpheon. Literally, I love Calpheon. The music is great, but there are so many NPCs and buildings in there that it's like low texture. If you go to some places that you don't need to be, like let's say you're just wandering around Calpheon, looking at the scenery and all the buildings, and even if there's like no reason to be there, there are some places with just low textures that need to be looked at. So Calpheon City, just take a look at that. All right, so how many people are actually on roofs and thought this was a problem? I don't know, but you know, with higher texture loading, when you go into the town for first time, that is the reason why your FPS is tanking in the middle of town when everything's loading and, you know, lag. I think this is a good thing, but just know that is the reason. So either way, it's not a big deal. At least for me, it's not, but whatever. All right, the barter UI has been changed again to display the number of barter items you own. This is actually a very good thing because the way I have it in game, let me show you this. Okay, so the way I have things, you know, this is my barter storage. If all of these just stacked, that would fix so many things, and me not having to count like every single one and be like, oh, which level 5 material do I need today? Apparently more of these statue tiers. What don't I need today? You know, like anything else. So I think it's a good thing that all of these, like, it'll give you an actual number of what I think is overall important. So with that said, the fact that it tells you how many are in here now, it's a good thing. I wish they just stacked into storage, but they're just, you know, I get it. Moving things, they're made. Wait. When opening the integrated exchange central market, a managed warehouse for trading has been added. Okay, so essentially, yeah, it's just made pay to win stuff. You can split stacks now in here. That's cool. And bug fixes and changes. Let's talk about the things that are general fixes and not class specific. The information on how to obtain Splendid Treasure House has been revised to provide the correct information. I don't know what that means, but I think that's a good thing. Fix an issue where unnecessary logs would not be recorded when opening a box item and clicking on the scroll background of the production UI. Oh, okay. It seems like it's an important thing, but I don't think I really understand. Fixed an issue where chat messages messages from disabled chat window would occasionally appear in the chat window. I think that's something I've noticed over the past few years, and it's not really an issue. It's just kind of like, well, why do I even mess with these settings if it's broken? But it's been a year. This has been a thing for years. For appearances that cannot be modified on the F4 window, the customization menu has been modified to not be visible. Sure, if that makes things easier for most people, good. Fixed an issue where during the battle with the world boss Uturi would not return to a position where he would be hit if he moved to it. I knew there was something wrong with this boss. So yeah, once again, let me actually show you, like, I have done the bosses, right? And like, I've been doing them on hard with my guildies, and we do them. There is something wrong with this one, and we're trying to figure out what it was, but I don't know. This week our time was like way off for this one. To give you an idea, like on hard mode, obviously it's not the best, but it's like when you're going a little bit over time and you're just wondering like what happened. Yeah, I think this was it. So yeah, well, that's good. It's going to be fixed next week. Fixed an issue where players would become stuck in the terrain when knocked down by monsters in a certain location in the Shuriken Tomb area. Has that ever happened to me? No, but that's a pretty big issue if it does happen. The Magnus quest line, the issue where network reconnection notification would appear during cutscenes, has been fixed. That's good. Yeah, overall, I think these are like actually good changes, good bug fixes. For all of you sailors out there, this is a nice quality of life change. New grind spot that's limited that we'll try out. For all of you who are grinding at Dehkia Crescents, this is good. And, you know, overall, fail stacks are easier to make now. Like building a 300 stack is not as tedious as it used to be. It's instead of 43 billion, it's 22 billion for a 300 stack. So yeah, I still think though, up until like a certain point, like, you know, upper 270s ish, if you're trying to unironically build a stack in the cheapest way possible, rebloth is still the way. Up until a certain number, it's really how you calculate how much you spend on the stack. But if you just want zero risk and you just want a 300 stack with no RNG, that's easier. But if you don't want to spend 22 billion, Failstack reblath up until like probably 260-ish is when I start getting nervous clicking that. And then after that, you can probably just use like Origins and then boost yourself to 300. So yeah, that's overall good. That's about all the patch notes for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you come back. We have a bunch of guides and stuff I wanted to update in videos for the near future. So hopefully you guys stick around for all that. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.